Good evening, fellow Toastmasters. I've got a rather jocund hat on, in contrast to the lugubrious crowd that was last week. Bonus points, baby. So, Alvin, I really liked your speech, and this is, just so everybody knows, I'm actually Alvin's protege. He's my mentor, so this is awesome. I gotta say, Alvin, that I'm always impressed with the amount of imagery that you add to a speech. You do a good job of painting a picture for the audience. You have a lot of beautiful alliteration and syllabants and all those words that would make my high school English teacher just proud of you. You do an excellent job of that. You also, the opening with the good personal story was a bold choice. You set the stage for exploring your purpose, but you did it by explaining that you're eulogizing somebody. And for an inspirational speech, which is your purpose, that's kind of an interesting choice, and I really like that, because most people, you're starting off with death, but it was a very uplifting way of doing it, that was awesome, and I really enjoyed that. One thing, too, is you actually challenged the audience, too, with the statement, if you're willing. So if you're willing to suspend disbelief in what you believe in, which was great. One thing I will caution you on, though, it's usually better to start off with the if you're willing, because, and play with this, it could go either way, where if you close with if you're willing, you're almost daring them, versus pulling them in, saying, hey, if you're willing, come along with me on this journey. So that was something that I really enjoyed, and just play with where you're putting that statement in. A couple things that I think, things that you could work on a little bit is your gestures were good, but there were a couple times I caught you kind of playing with your hands a little bit, where you're just kind of staring down at your hands and it looked like you're almost cleaning your fingernails. I know that's not what was happening, but that was the impression that I got as an audience member. The other thing too, and I'm giving you a non-example, is pause more, especially in speeches like this, because you're challenging your audience to kind of step into and outside of their comfort zone. So as you're kind of diving into the existential, you really want to pause and let them absorb some of the words that you're doing and let them get the impact of what you're saying. I would also challenge to touch on your vocal variety a little bit. I think your impersonation of your characters were a little slightly on the cartoony side, which for the humor aspect you can do, but given the seriousness, the inspiration of your speech, you may want to avoid that. So that's something you just want to play with too. And that's more of the challenge thing as well. And the one thing at the end too, and this is something that I think kind of had a mixed feeling for me. You had what I like to think of as a question storm, where you're asking a whole lot of questions to the audience. Sorry, wrong paper. Why are you here? What is your purpose? What are you serving your purpose? And you just bombarded the audience with questions. And then you ended at the end with, what part of special do you want to be as your closing line? And I really, really liked the close. But buried in all the questions that everybody's asking themselves, I don't know if you're going to get the impact that you're looking for. So you might want to limit that out, or maybe even give some answers to the audience as far as some of their questions, and kind of guide them along, and then close with that very, very strong, what part of special do you want to be? I think it'll have a bigger impact than what you're looking for. Overall, great speech. I also love the ethereal music line too. Beautiful imagery throughout, and I look forward to you trying this one again. Thank you.